Well, the Free State ANC's long-awaited conference is set to begin today. The conference was actually scheduled for the 1st of December, but was postponed twice following a High Court order. The court ruled that at least 29 branch meetings held ahead of the provincial conference were irregular and unconstitutional. Well, that ruling also coincided with the province's General Council, which pronounced that the branches have endorsed Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma to succeed President Jacob Zuma. The PGC also endorsed Provincial Chair Ace Magashule for the Secretary General position. Magashule, meanwhile, has availed himself for re-election as Provincial Chair. Well, this despite stiff competition from his Deputy Chair, Thabo Manyoni. The two-day conference ends tomorrow. It comes just days before the National Elective Conference in Johannesburg. Well, Aldrin Sampir joins us now live from Paris in the Free State for an update on the conference. A very good afternoon, or rather morning to you, Aldrin. Is the conference still going ahead as planned despite all the opposition?
Well, listen, when you walk into the venue, you'd ask yourself the same question, whether the conference will be going ahead. This venue where we're standing in at the moment is where the conference is supposed to be taking place. But the only people that you have inside the venue are a couple of reporters who are here to cover this story. Quite strangely, that normally when you attend the provincial conferences as well as PGCs, you'd find ANC delegates and members chanting ANC slogans and so forth. But this time around, something different. And let me just get the ANC Free State Secretary General, or the Secretary of the province, Mr. Bulwane, on this matter. What does this mean? Does this mean that the conference will be going ahead despite what we're seeing currently at the moment?
The conferences continue today. We have fused the registration because of logistical arrangement. The registration has to be done today. So the delegates are at the registration point, which is not at the same venue. But once they are registered, they will start moving this site where we are going to have a conference. But definitely our conference is going to sit today.
Let me just quickly ask about the number of people, the number of delegates that you expect to be part of this conference.
We are expecting 650 voting delegates that are going to form part of this conference. And then I think 100 of the guests that are going to grace the occasion.
And who are amongst some of those guests? Who has the NEC deployed?
We have talked to the SG, who's supposed to send out the list of the deployees, but we still have our own deployees as the Free State. Comrade Gigaba, Comrade Naledi Pando, Comrade Lindo Zulu, and Comrade Pinky Mkoto, Comrade David Mahlobo. So they will be coming as they are bound to come this side, but we'll get from the SG who else is going to be the speaker amongst all the officials will come.
Has the Free State put in a certain request to the Secretary General and said that can you please send this certain official from the top six to come and address us?
We have sent that to the SG, but yesterday indicated that we'll try to get to the President and the Deputy, either the Deputy President, but this morning indicated to me is not getting none of them. So, but you'll send somebody, but I'm still waiting for his confirmation who's that particular individual who's going to address our conference.
Okay. And speaking about the conference going ahead, there has been this talk that there are some BGMs who were ordered by the court to rerun because they were unconstitutional and there were irregularities in the rerun of those BGMs. There was a press briefing as well, in where they've indicated that they will be boycotting this conference. Have you received any letter to that effect?
I think we have complied with a court order of the 29 branches that are supposed to be rerun. We have done the 28th of them. The last one is sitting this morning. It is set around 9 o'clock in Virginia. So they are still in the BGM. They are reported to come in this afternoon and then it will form part of the conference. So I think they have tried even yesterday to go to court, to the High Court, to stop the conference to sit, but the matter was rejected because it's not an urgent application. So we are not worried about the court processes because the lawyers will handle that process. We are worried about the processes of the ANC. And remember, this conference, in terms of the Secretary General's communique to all the provinces, was that by 30th of September, if the province or the region has not gone to a conference, they will go the first quarter of that year. It was administrative problems, logistics arrangement. So it's to conference. Even if the go to conference, nobody wanted to go to conference because. Yes.
But those who are boycotting, and if you just indicated that those have gone to court as well, it would seem that even though the conference would be sitting, that there are those who still feel that this and the conference shouldn't be sitting.
Well, that's how they feel. They went to court. The court said to us, rerun the 29 branches, and then when we have rerun the 29 branches, we'll go to a conference, to your own conference. We have done exactly that. We have never done anything wrong. We have said we still have the reason to appeal that court decision, but we said we don't want to appeal. We just want to go to conference. It's not in our nature that we should fight our battles in the court of laws. We want to finish this conference. That's why we have rerun those branches, and the 28 of them have successfully run their BGMs. We are left with one that it has just corrected this morning. So there is nothing lying with the court order that's branches and go to a conference.
Court application that will be on Tuesday or Wednesday challenging the outcomes of this conference as well. Already that there is this plan to challenge the outcomes of this conference.
We are no more worried about any court order. We will defend. That's our stand. We will defend anything that comes our way. But we are moving forward.
And this conference will go ahead?
This conference is going ahead as planned.
Okay, well, there you heard it, that indeed this conference will be going ahead. One person that we clearly have to watch carefully and ask ourselves whether we're part of this conference is Thabo Manyoni, who is the deputy to Ace Magashule, the deputy chairperson, and he's indicated that he wouldn't be part of this conference. One will have to wait and see indeed whether he does get a nomination, that he be elected as chairperson of the province, whether he will accept that nomination in absentia, or whether he will go ahead with the faction that has decided to challenge the outcomes of this conference on Tuesday or on Wednesday.
For giving us the update there, coming to us live from Parys in the Free State, our reporter Aldrin Sampi.